Good day, everyone, and compliments of the season. You are welcome to this week's Business and Investment Tips program, a production of Christchurch Radio. My name is Ayodeji Ebo, an investment professional. This week, the focus is on avoiding value erosion from rising inflation. The National Bureau of Statistics last week released Nigeria's November inflation numbers. Inflation, which captures the general increase in the price level of goods and services, rose to 14.89% year-on-year. That is, comparing average prices in November 2020 to November 2019. From 14.23% in the prior month. This is the highest in 34 months, and the sharp increase can be linked to increasing food prices. The unrelenting increase in food prices can be ascribed to the land border closure, FX depreciation, supply chain disruption, and low harvest due to flooding during the planting season. On a month-on-month basis, that is comparing average prices in the current month to the previous month, the broader index increased by 1.6% in November compared to 1.54% in October. The food inflation sub-index that tracks average food prices increased by 18.3% year-on-year, while core inflation, which captures other items excluding farm produce, moderated to 11.05% year-on-year in November. To provide a clearer perspective, we reviewed other NBS reports on major items that feed into inflation. A review of the selected food prices for November 2020 report published by the NBS showed that onion bulb recorded the highest price increase year-on-year and month-on-month with 68.8% and 40.2% respectively. Other food prices which significantly increased year-on-year include garri 50%, maize grain 37%, and tomato 26%. Also, the transportation cost report for November 2020 reveals that the cost of bus journey within Lagos City per drop increased by 63% year-on-year in November 2020 from 250 naira per drop to 408 naira per drop. Similarly, journeying by motorcycle Okada per drop rose by 95.6% year-on-year in November to 350 naira per drop. The average PMS price report for November 2020 shows a 14.6% year-on-year increase and a 3.8% month-on-month increase in petrol to 167 naira 30 kobo per litre. Abia and Kwara states recorded the highest year-on-year price increase with 18.6% and 18% respectively in November 2020. Average prices of household kerosene per litre increased by 11.3% year-on-year in November, while average prices of diesel dropped marginally by 0.6% year-on-year in November 2020. The Naira exchange rate at the parallel market also depreciated by 26.5% year-on-year from an average of 360 Naira to a dollar in November 2019 to an average of 490 Naira to a dollar in November 2020. Most businesses have resorted to the unofficial market for FX due to the CBN's rationing measures in the past months. The year-on-year increase in the price of food, transportation, kerosene, and FX reveals why the upward trajectory in inflation has remained unabated. Obviously, the purchasing power of the average Nigerian has reduced significantly given the challenging economy. We emphasize a shift in the risk appetite of investors towards high-yielding assets to preserve wealth and avoid value erosion from high inflation. Settling with only risk-free investments, that is fixed income, at near 0% yield erodes the value of your investments. We advise building a portfolio that consists of fixed income, stocks, dollar-denominated investment, and structured products will improve your portfolio overall performance and reduce the negative real return on your investments or savings. The allocation can be based on your risk appetite. While it may be difficult to earn returns above inflation, it is important to increase your returns as inflation is expected to cross 15% in December despite the land border reopening. Having your funds in a savings account without interest will make you worse off as your purchasing power, ability to buy will reduce. Thank you for listening. Please join us same time next week for another interesting and insightful session. For comments and feedback, kindly forward to ccradio@rccgchristchurch.org or send SMS to 07082463747. Stay blessed and Merry Christmas.